Hi, well, this is continued coverage of MIP 2011. I'm here with Jonathan and Jonas from a company called Filmic Art, and they're bringing out on Monday or Tuesday, on the 11th of April anyway, Deep Ocean 3D, which is a 3D Blu-ray, an ambient 3D Blu-ray, which is entirely CG, produced by Maya. And you can see a bit of a demo there. Jonathan, I'll start off with you. What was your involvement with this project?
I was sort of the animation directory, the director of the animation, and we had a team of directors and modelers and texture, all is made in CGI. So we did a lot of play blast from Maya, a lot of animation to get the feelings right from the fishes. Fishes is very hard to animate because it's they have to be very smooth and very it's hard to get them non-stiff and there's a lot of soft materials in fishes, stuff like that. So
fish here look very good, and the eel and everything. So how did you, presumably you had to look at a lot of footage of real fish?
Yeah, we did visit aquariums and did a lot of research, and we have also worked with information about the fishes. Read a lot of worked with this professor from Scotland, and he's had a lot of input how the life of the fishes are. So we had to sort of think about that as well. What are they doing down there in about 5,000 meters and below? It's completely darkness, and so fascinating environment to be in.
So this is also a bit of an educational piece. I have seen a few now underwater 3D productions. Why underwater? And the second question, if this is ambience, which is something you typically have on in the background, well, 3D, does that not contradict that because you have to wear glasses? So it's no longer ambient, you have to be watching the screen.
Well, basically, on this disc, you also receive the 2D version, so you can play it at home as an ambient 2D title. Deep Ocean, it's quite an interesting environment. It's only about 2 or 3% that's been explored, and it's sort of celebration to the diversity of the oceans. So it's that's why. Yeah.
Is it relatively simple to produce something in Maya and relatively simple to convert it into stereoscopic? Are you using special plugins, or you just?
I wouldn't say that it's simple. It's much harder than you can. In the first experiments we did with just separate 2 cameras and then render, it was like, okay, it's easy to make stereoscopic 3D, but then you have the whole process afterwards. You have to do the compositions, the coloring and everything in 2 separate images, and you have to match that, and you have to all the filters you put on afterwards. You have to do different scripts, but there are some scripts for After Effects, for example. We had to rewrite some scripts to make it not double the work every time we have to do a shift. So, but it's harder than you can. Yeah.
Well, really interesting. Thank you. So that's Deep Ocean 3D. Will be available in the UK and I'm sure around the world via websites like Amazon. Thank you so much, both of you. If you want to watch some more MIP 2011 coverage, be sure to subscribe to 3D Focus TV. There's loads of interviews coming up, including Orange and hopefully MTV as well. So thank you both.